baccalaureate is selected by his or her peers based on the following. He or she must be true, someone who is recognized for his or her honesty and dedication to wisdom and truth. They must be kind, an individual who acts with exceptional kindness. He or she has been welcoming, inclusive, friendly, and compassionate to all. And he or she must be brave, someone who shows bravery in daily decisions and actions, someone who stands up for what he or she believes in and supports others in the face of difficulty. Well, you chose an individual who does indeed embody these qualities, a person who is dedicated to this community and expresses that dedication with unique expressions of truth, kindness, and bravery. Please welcome one who is introspective, big-hearted, faith-filled, and never fails to make us laugh, Mr. John Rosenberger.
I'm extremely happy to be here giving this reflection to the class of 2015. Some have said that we're the best class in Blanchet history, but I would not say that. No, I would say that we're the best class in the history of American education. So I'm very happy to be here with you all. Around graduation, it becomes pretty common to hear people saying things about the class of 2015, like we're just one big clump of people. Talking about one big happy family, and we're all so bonded and similar. Well, I'm not going to say that we haven't grown close, but it really doesn't do this magnificent group of people justice to just clump us together. In this graduating class, we've got computer geniuses, high-level athletes, incredible performers. We've got future Bruins, Bobcats, Broncos, Badgers, Cougars, Cardinals, Grizzlies, Gophers, Gamecocks, Warriors, Waves, Wildcats, and even some Zags. We've got people going to travel the world in the next year. We've got people starting jobs and becoming real-life adults. We've got aspiring doctors, and we've got aspiring rappers. So, oh my goodness, how can we get bunched up into one neat little package like that? Well, the answer is probably the cheesiest thing you'll ever hear. And it's because we are all Bishop Blanchet braves. Whether you like hearing that or not. Because let's face it, that just happened. Those 4 years were not a dream. We just all spent our lives attending Bishop Blanchet. And so we've all had some shared experiences. We've all come to appreciate the wonderful things called late starts, and we've all come to dread the terrible things called meeting plans. We know that drinking out of those old porcelain water fountains will give us cholera. We've been converted to huge fans of Green Floyd, and Santa Claus rocks down all of our iPods. We lost Petition Week twice. But guess what? We won this year. And all the seniors come and join Nice Swim in the 4th floor swimming. We've also experienced some tragedies and difficult times in the community, but we demonstrated our character and our ability to handle those challenges. We will never forget those people who we loved and have lost, and they're with us today as they are. But for all these shared experiences, what truly makes this group of people special is the way that we each handle these situations differently. The variation of this community lies in the way that we live. This is what Jesus is talking about in the gospel. I know that let your light shine probably sounds pretty cliche, but it really is one of the most important things that Jesus ever taught us. Jesus calls us the salt of the earth. This probably doesn't sound particularly flattering, but salt was and is very important, particularly in food. Have you ever noticed that for baking cookies, the recipe has salt in it? And I'm always like, Betty Crocker, are you crazy? But it works, and the cookies are delicious because the salt helps bring out the other flavors really well. So Jesus is telling us that with our individual gifts, we can contribute to making something big on this, something wonderful, like this community that we've all built here. We really are all just each an ingredient in this big cookie of 2015. This might not sound believable to you, but God made you the way you are for a reason. God is Betty Crocker, and putting you in the recipe was not a mistake. So when Jesus tells us to let our light shine, he means that we need to be ourselves and let our gifts out into the world. Not only will it make each of us happier with ourselves, but it will also improve the incredible recipe we found ourselves in. And that is really the key. The fact that when we are showing our gifts, it makes the whole product better. Just like with the cookie, you can't overpower the recipe with just one ingredient. In that same sense, you shouldn't prioritize yourself over others or think that you're the center of the universe. In the first reading, we are told to feed the hungry and clothe the naked. Isaiah tells us not to turn our backs on our own. Does it mean our own family, our own friends? When you say that someone's one of your own, you probably mean that they're similar to you. But let's think about this for a second. Look at how different we all are from each other. And I think we all definitely say that when we look around, we are surrounded by our own people. In cookies and in life, the end product only works when all the ingredients are working together. But enough with the cookie talk. I think it's safe to say that many people in this gym have recently been affected by the disease known as senioritis. I would also assume it's not just the seniors who feel this way. Senioritis is really just a way of describing when you're totally fed up with your routine. The rhythm of life at Blanchet has just been engraved into our minds. Don't believe me? Please recite this along with me. May the Lord bless you and keep you. May the Lord make his face shine upon you and be gracious unto you. May the Lord look upon you with kindness and grant you peace. Amen. Well, I never tried to memorize that prayer. I'll probably know it forever. And it's not just memorizing prayers. Let me hit you with a hypothetical situation. Let's just say you have a test in religion class. And let's just say you didn't study. Crazy, I know, but just bear with me. So then you start taking the test, and you seem to know every single answer. Because at this point, you're just being tested on something you've soaked in from the Blanchet atmosphere over the years. And the fact that we talk about morals and what it means to live a fulfilled life all the time is something I think we take for granted. Consider morning reflections. Every morning, one of our own people talks to the whole school with the best wisdom they can muster. That's like free life coaching, and half of us are playing it around. So think about it. Every single day at Blanchet, we're told how we can become better people who make a difference, people who improve the world. And that's why we're all connected as Blanchet friends. Because we can listen to these Bible readings, we're told to let our light shine and serve others and love our enemies, and it's like, boom, we already know that. And that isn't to say that we all act that way in our own lives, but at the very least, it's given us something to strive for. It is really hard to live up to that model. And so a lot of the time when people reach difficult decisions, they ask themselves, what would Jesus do? When I find myself faced with difficult decisions, I try to ask myself, what would John do? I don't mean this to say that I know better than Jesus, obviously that's not true. But I know that Jesus wants me to love my enemies and treat others as I want to be treated, and serve others, and be a good person. We all know what Jesus taught. And we have that moral compass within ourselves. And remember, God made you the way you are for a reason. So you know what Jesus taught, and you know you should do things like Jesus, but you're here to do those things the way you would do those things. And when you're acting true to yourself, you're letting your light shine, and you're being the salt of the world and all that good stuff. So you should ask yourself the same thing. What would Cameron do? What would Sophie do? What would Monica do? What would Bates do? And if you can give yourself satisfactory answers to that question, answers that align with both what Jesus would do and what you would do, you're definitely on the right track to being the person you're meant to be, the person God made you to be. And that person is pretty awesome. In my own time at Blanchet, I've had to work on this for myself. When I was an underclassman, I got very involved in leadership type things at the school. This was mostly for the recognition that I thought it would give me. But as time went on, it has become one of the main parts of my Blanchet experience. Somewhere along the way, though, I realized that I had more responsibility than I ever thought I would, and I couldn't just speak. Being in a leadership position for the school, getting to talk to you guys on the intercom every other day, getting to lead a retreat group, things like that, gave me a lot of opportunities to actually have a positive impact. and this was something pretty daunting for me. I really had to let my light shine and take on responsibilities in my own way. This taught me that letting your light shine isn't just something cool you should try to do. At some point in everyone's lives, it becomes a necessity. I've certainly had some difficulties, and dare I say complaints, about the job I've done. But really I'm happy with it because it's been my own. And now I find myself here talking to the whole school on my last day of high school. I've been writing this reflection for weeks now, and it's been very hard. Because I was picked to say something inspiring to all of us as we head off to college into a new year. But you are all looking at someone with a life plan as poorly formed as they come. So who am I to give anyone advice? Well, I may not know what I want to be, but after all my experiences, I know what kind of person I want to become. I want to make people happy, I want to make the world a better place, and I want to do it in my own way. And that is what letting light shine means to me. Ultimately, it's not more than just being yourself. Once you figure that out, it becomes extremely important to do something about it. In the second reading, we are told to live a life worthy of the call you have received. Well, we've all been called to do great things with our lives and be great people. It comes down to whether or not you listen to that call. In his reflection a few weeks ago, Michael Walsh told us how terrible of a thing complacency is. And he's right. If you know what kind of person you want to be, and you aren't doing everything you can to be that person, you're being complacent. Like it says in the gospel, once you light your lamp, place it where everyone can see it. So go out there and strive for what you want in life, full of passion and intensity. For everyone here, it's important to ask ourselves what kind of people we want to be. Within months, some of our lives will have changed to their unrecognizable. But this I can guarantee you. As long as you keep in mind the person God wants you to be, and pursue that with passion, you will not regret where you end up. We've almost done it, seniors. We're hours away from graduating. It's been an incredible journey. 4 years later, and I don't know if any one of us is living the life we expected. But I know that this class has what it takes for every challenge that lies in our way. So as you leave here, remember, be brave enough to be the person you want to be. Do everything you do with passion, and live a life worthy of the call you have received. Here's to the class of 2015.